The following film shows 5 groups of children engaged in a similar project. Each group was given about 30 minutes in which to create from a variety of materials their ideal park or recreation area. The 5 groups represent 5 different personality dynamics. Some distinctive traits characterize each of the groups in the way they interact, the qualities they express, and the structures they produce. The mentally centered group are quiet and still as they listen to their instructions.
Off you go. All yours.
They were not told whether they should work together or independently. They evidently prefer to work alone and without conversation. There is a notable sense of verticality about them. It is as if the hands function at some distance from the head without extraneous involvement of the rest of the body. When the cage that this youngster is so carefully constructing collapses, he shows no emotion, but proceeds patiently with his task. There is an evident concern for detail and precision. When disaster strikes again with the cage, his companion moves wordlessly in to help. Perhaps this group maintains connection in their silence.
Whether any of you thought of working together to make the same big park, or did you all just each decide right away to do your own?
I decided right away, so there wouldn't be arguments over, I want to put that there.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to do my own.
Yeah.
I just wanted to do my own.
Same with you. Well, you all did beautiful jobs. Thank you very much indeed.
Their designs are structured, symmetrical, and elegant. It is notable that though they are created for people, people are included in only one. Their work is precise and meticulous. As the emotional objective group listen to their instructions, they are clearly impatient and eager to move it.
Any questions? Okay, it's all yours.
Make a highway going in. Over there we got intersections. Is there anything besides intersections? Nope. We'll have to make our own.
They begin to exchange ideas immediately and quickly lay out a general beginning structure.
Make a parking lot. Blue stuff and that you say is a pond. Oh, here's some wood.
Although they communicate a great deal, the focus of their attention is the tabletop rather than each other.
That's an area. Hey, Jeff, you know what we should do? We should put a road going all around the stuff so visitors can drive down and look at all the stuff in the car. Yeah, maybe.
It is notable that different members of the group exercise leadership at different times.
I see what we got. It's more sand.
They are quite direct in their communication. They don't hesitate to give directives, and they receive them without resentment.
Put it on, Jeff. Let's have two policemen in the place to make sure something doesn't go wrong. Is a policeman? Oh, there's another policeman. Yeah. I got you. Say there's only two. I don't think he's a policeman. No trespassing. Put it right, the sign right there, so when the people come into the park, they'll see it automatically and remember. Okay.
This group maintains forward movement through experimentation. Most ideas work. If they don't, they are simply discarded.
Almost done. Okay.
Unlike the mentally centered, they will put out something approximately correct and then make many adjustments.
Just go like this. Oh no, the bear's gonna get in. They'll hop the fence and get in there. How about no put rocks there, so. Those bears aren't very good jumpers anyway, especially polar bears. How about have it on? Have it. You can put a wall here. Where's that supposed to go?
They are relational as they work. They are also relational in that their park is clearly designed to meet the various needs of people. The emotional subjective group are animated and expressive, even as they listen to their instructions.
Start? Yes. Okay, I got one. I'll start shaking the rope. Okay. Is this okay? If I put the person riding the bike? I don't care. Okay. I've never been on that. I've always chickened out. And so have I. My mom says it's great, you got to go on it. Oh, my dad won't. It's great, come on, go on. No, I'm like, no way, I'm going to get pink. While I was in South Carolina, I had gone on the biggest roller coaster in South Carolina. Oh my goodness.
The group maintains an ongoing commentary, enlivened by numerous personal anecdotes.
Have you heard about llamas? Yeah. They spit a lot. One spit all over my sister. I swear, she got right in front of it, and she was petting it, and it spit all over her. It was so funny. Yeah, so much Play-Doh. I know, to hold it. Well, stay. I need some rope. How's it work? This rope. It looks funny. Stay. Thank you. Stand up.
The group is spontaneous, dramatic, and personally connecting.
There we go. You guys don't have blueprint play. That's a water park, right? Right. Okay. Oh, what's that on this? Oh, that's me, right here.
They continually exercise their imagination.
Construction work going on. Let's see, what? Oh, this is the cool and aerial tour.
And neglect none of their resources.
This is LA. That helped. This will be like a mystery lodge or something. That'd be cool. Come in and meet your doom. and dark. Ah! Help us! Help us! We're about to come in here! Help us! Help us! We shouldn't have come in here! No, Dad!
They were still busily creating when their time was up. They could clearly have gone on forever. Their final production is aesthetically pleasing, involves situations with people, and is ingeniously assembled. The physical-emotional group are quiet but aware as they listen to their instructions. They immediately confer together about what they intend to do.
We should make a special park instead of there goes Forum. Well, first we'll make it like a regular, then we can make it all different.
They discuss features of places they know as models for their construction.
It has a little bridge right in the middle, so you could be careful with those little crabs. Does that have the parks? Kind of. There's a lot of grass. I have a park kind. I usually go to the park kind of like that.
The hands of this group seem to have an innate knowingness in relation to materials, which they handle adeptly. The two girls discuss the fact that a local park they know has a tetherball. More than any group, they give an impression of full sensory involvement, of being at one with their task and their materials. They are persistent in carefully building structures that are substantial and realistic. The physical and mental group set about their task quietly and deliberately. Like the mentally centered, they are evidently comfortable with silence, have a similar concern for exactitude, demonstrate a similar emotional restraint. They are orderly, and seem to favor establishing clear structure and boundaries. They seem to have an affinity for building by assembling rather than by molding materials. Like the physical-emotional group, they build substantially and with detail, in their case with a definite emphasis upon order, structure, and delineation.